Ooh, that's gonna be wet. Oh, here's a run up. Yeah, that's steep.
Shoulder bruise is almost gone from last week.
Yeah. This is annoying. So I think we're gonna go into a descent. Yeah. Sawdust spread here. Flatten it out and.
I'm riding with Thomas here. He's the series leader for the Cat 4 Men Master 35 Plus.
Got it!
And he would go on to place second in today's race.
All right, so far we have that one little stretch of easy pedaling.
Yeah.
And everything else is nasty, wet.
Yep.
Slow mud, grass coming.
Yeah.
So these, there's a set of turns right after you come from the back section of the course, and you're coming over towards the barriers, and you got to just keep looping up and down the bank, and they're wet at the bottom of each one of them, so it's really tough.
What time is it? 8:30. All right. One more loop, and then prep for race. So I'm in Enumclaw at Claw to the top, and this course is muddy. Lots of little mud sections going to be tore up, turn into a swamp. Already a mess. It's warm out, don't need a hot hat.
So this is the start of the race. On the first lap, I did decent for the first 3/4 of the lap or so, maybe the first full lap. Anyways, I just didn't have the power in my legs today. In the very first part here, you'll see I started a bit towards the back, but I start to move up gradually. So I did pretty good, like attacking on the outside. Like right here, it was a little rough. But right around this turn, it's a little steep drop, and so a lot of people slowed down and kind of got stalled here. And then we had to run the hill for the first time. So I did the course twice in the warm-up, and you can see here people were hitting the tapes and taking out barriers. So anyways, some lines changed throughout the day. We had lots of sections like this. It was very muddy. So in total, I got to run that hill 6 times today, this 2 beforehand. So here you can see I'm hitting 12 miles per hour, but as soon as I hit the grass, I'm just quickly dropped down to like 7 miles per hour. And that's the way the day was in the grass. Now this section here is the downhill after the run-up. What's tricky about this one is you come down and you want to build up speed, but just on the left right here you will see that there's a depression, and so if you tried to go out wide to keep your speed up, you would basically crash. And this here is I believe it's my second time through the barriers, and it's the first time I attempted doing a bunny hop over the barriers. It was less of a bunny hop, more of a lift my front tire and lift my back tire, but I was pretty happy to basically to tackle that. This one here, coming up, just so muddy, and I got halfway up and I was kind of stuck and I couldn't get a full pedal stroke, so I had to do like a half, like a fakie pedal stroke to be able to get enough power to get up over that last section. So this is where I was talking about as you go up, you got to go up this little bank, and it kept weaving back and forth, and it's very wet on the bottom section, and it just got tore up, as you can see. And every time you would come down off of a hill section and hit one of these muddy sections, your tires, you never know where you're going to go. So it was a little bit like sand, but yeah, it was tough. And this is the way the field was, and a good chunk of the course was on this field weaving back and forth, and it just sucked the power out of your legs. Like even the finish line was like that. And so here I am rolling up, and there's Thomas in the red and white to the right, and he plays second place in this race. Yeah, he's been doing great. He says he's not a good technical rider, but that's not true. So this is the beginner men's, and I believe the beginner women's, and it's also the youth and the junior that's going up the hill right now. And so the kids, what happens is the kids get a hand from adults. So a parent can come out and help them, or there's a bunch of people from the course that help.
Look at them barriers bigger than you guys are. The juice box course barriers are taller than the normal course, man.
Oh yeah.
I want to get back in the sun. Man, I'm getting cold. Such a wussy. Just rode around in the cold mud.
I know.
Now I'm like, oh, I'm so cold.
Just standing around for an hour.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm talking about. This is one of the little hills where you had to ride up down in the grass.
Come on, Nathan.
And you see some people are picking great lines and they're really powering through
Good
it.
job, nice line. I have to wonder if yelling at the kids, all right, make it hurt, go! Like, you know, like, does that make them feel better?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't feel better when people tell me you suck.
Yeah. Harder, and you're like,
Yeah.
you're dying, you got nothing.
Yeah.
Someone yelled at you.
Yeah.
It's coming up here on the left.
This
Watch
is the
this
course we
kid.
want,
He
Spike.
is just powering up that so fast. Really great.
In every race, in every class.
Every class.
Epic bears with a
So
hand
this is
up
the
your
team
ass.
area, and that's another big part of cyclocross is teams. And you see someone crashing on the barriers there, and one person crashed and the other one crashed. So this area here is a madhouse whenever you ride through it. You ride through, and like I'm wearing a plaid shirt, and right now I'm growing a mustache for Movember, and people were saying, hey, lumberjack, chop down those barriers, and they were just yelling tons of stuff, and there were some food hand-ups coming out to me, but I avoided them. It was funny. So, and people boo you when you ride up and you jump off your bike to go over the barriers. So the first time I came through, I got booed and heckled because a lumberjack should be able to, you know, jump over some logs. So the second time around, I was up to the challenge and I went for it and I got over it. And so then I was getting cheers and stuff. So it's a funny group in this Heckler's Alley. Well, thanks for watching. If you'd like to watch the full race, you can click down in the bottom right. If you'd like to watch the race recap from the previous CRX race that I did at Frontier Park, you can click down on the left. And if you'd like to subscribe, you can click in the center.